Si Brother Jomar lang ang hindi pa pasok sa ating linya.
Connected na si Brother Jomar.
Ayun, dito na.
There you are, Sister
Ayun.
Alice. Good afternoon, Sister Alice.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon sa inyo lahat.
Good afternoon po.
All right. So we start with the management.
Si Brother Joe Marlo, pumapasok, Brad. Sandali lang.
Okay.
Brother Jomar, pwedeng i-on mo yung, ayan.
Yo, there he is.
Hello, Brother Jomar.
Hello, brother. Bagong gising. Bagong gising mo.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
What a beautiful day. Sige.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say the prayers?
So, as usual, open tayo ng Five Woods and Magnificat by Sister Mila and Sister Alice.
Okay.
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 In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Prayers to the wide wounds of Jesus. To the wounds in your right foot. In the name of the Father,
the Son, and the Holy
Spirit. Amen. To the ones in your left hand, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. To the ones in your right foot, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. To the ones in your left foot, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. To the ones in your left side, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Anima Christi.
Okay.
Magnificat, bro.
Anima Christi, Soul of Christ,
Soul of Christ,
sanctify
sanctify
me.
me.
Body of Christ,
Save me.
Blood
Blood of Christ, penetrate me.
Water from the
From the
side of Christ,
Wash
wash
me.
me.
Passion of
Passion of
Christ,
Christ,
Strengthen me.
O
O
good
good
Jesus,
Jesus,
hear
hear
me.
me. Within
Within
thy
Thy
wounds,
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 hide
hide
me.
me.
Permit me
Permit
not
not to
not
be
be
separated
separated
from
from
thee.
thee,
from
from the
the
malignant
malignant
enemy, defend me.
defend
defend
me.
me.
In the
The
hour of
hour
my
of my
death,
death,
call
call me,
call me,
and
and
bid me
bid me come
come
unto
unto
thee,
unto thee, that
that
I may praise
that I may
thee
praise thee with thy
with thy
saints.
saints, now
now
and
and
forever.
forever. Amen.
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 Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
The Magnificat.
Magnificat tayo.
Song of Mary, Catena Legionis. Antiphon, who is she that comes forth
the
from
morning,
rising,
rising,
fair as
fair
the
Fair as the
moon, bright
moon,
as the
bright as the
sun,
sun,
terrible
terrible
is
in
the
array,
set in battle
My soul
array.
glorifies the Lord.
And
My spirit
My
rejoices
spirit
in God, my
rejoices
Savior.
in God, my
Beloved of
Savior.
His servant and her lowliness, henceforth for ages will call you blessed.
The Almighty works
Almighty works
marvelous
marvel for me. Holy is
holy
His
is His
name.
name.
Mercies from age to age on those who fear Him.
He puts forth His arms and strength, and scatters the proud at heart.
And scatters the proud-hearted.
He builds the starving, casts the mighty on thrones, and raises the lowly.
Starving with good things, sends the rich away empty.
He protects Israel's
He
servant,
protects Israel's servant, remembering His mercy.
His servant remembering His mercy.
the mercy promised our
Fathers to Abraham and his
And
sons
sons
forever.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall
Be
be,
word without
world
end.
without without
Let
end.
it
Amen.
come forth as the morning rising, fair as the moon, bright
There is
as
a
the
moon, bright as the
Therefore,
sun.
therefore
Therefore,
are
sun
we
is
set.
set in
O Mary conceived without sin.
Pray for us every
Pray
Pray
for
for
Pray
us,
for
us
us
and
and
recourse
recourse
to
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 you.
O
you.
Lord Jesus Christ, our mediator with the Father, who has been pleased to appoint the most blessed Virgin, your mother, to be our mother also and our mediatrix with you. Mercifully grant that whoever comes to you seeking your favors may rejoice to receive all of them through her. Amen.
Amen.
The Father,
Amen.
the Son, and the Holy
Son.
Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Beautiful start.
Okay. So maybe si Brother Eugene preside, Brother Eugene. Nakamute ka, Brother Eugene. Ayun.
All right. I'm just opening, and I'm trying to open my notes of meeting. Thank you for coming, gentlemen and ladies, no? Sorry, nauna yung gentlemen, no? We start with the moving forward plans. I would like to have Brother Ed give us an overview of our immediate and long-term plans. This was, if you recall, this was discussed during our board meeting, but then perhaps he can give us a broader view so that will start off our sessions today. Tingnan natin kung tama ba o hindi itong ginagawa natin ayon dun sa plano na that we already have taken up several months ago up to now, no? And where we are right now. And that's the time that we shall start with the project leads, no? Okay, Brother Ed, can we have from you, ano ba talaga ang ating immediate and long-term plans?
Brad, if I may suggest, our agenda for today is to discuss the transmittal letter to CPAC.
Yes, that's right.
Okay?
That's
I
right.
think, opinion ko lang, Brad, for me to discuss the long-term and the near-term, the long-term plan of that, medyo magkakagulo kasi embodied na yan doon sa proposal natin eh. Di ba? We already know what is our immediate plan. We already know what's our long-term plan. As you've said, pinag-uusapan na natin na matagal yan eh. So if I may suggest, in the interest of time, let us focus on what is on the table today. We came together today to discuss whether or not we should endorse the letter that you have prepared, right? So nandoon naman na yung nandoon naman na yung near-term, long-term plans and the strategies that goes with it, right? Para wala tayong magkakagulo. Otherwise, mawawala tayo sa discussion eh. Di ba? I don't know what's the pleasure of the body. Do you agree with me? We called for this meeting because we wanted to present already a transmittal letter to CPAC. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is mayroon ba kayong agreement, disagreement, or suggestions doon sa transmittal letter na ginawa natin? Tandaan niyo, hindi ko ginawa ito, hindi ginawa ito ni Brother Eugene o ni Brother Romel. Trabaho natin ito for what? More than 1 month already. Right? So I think, yun lang sa akin. So if that's the reason why I have said, let us go through that proposal letter so we try to avoid itong discussions na that you are suggesting, Brother Eugene. It's very important. But I think what we should do now is, ano pa ito? Alam na natin itong transmittal letter. Shall we endorse or shall we make any changes on that? If you have any questions, I think that questions should come from Brother Francis. He might want to ask some clarifications. Or we might have some clarifications to make. But I would presume that yung questions natin, nasagot na natin yun. Kasi But that's why we already
what
came
I'm
up with this.
saying,
That's the reason why we are so happy that Brother Francis is here. I think
that's true.
the honors of the questions now is actually with Brother Francis. Siya ang magsasabi, may mga questions pa ba siya? Right? Do you agree with me?
What I would like to place this within the context that we would have wanted a backgrounder before we proceed with that. A backgrounder in a sense that why did we come up with this one, with this transmittal letter and so on and so forth, no? But then if you want it that way, let's go direct to the point then.
Oo.
Then so let's go to item number 3, if you will notice in the agenda, financing plans for SIPAC business models.
Hindi, Brad, excuse me. Brother
Hmm.
Eugene, if I may interrupt
Yeah.
you, before we go to we are still on number 1. We're still on the transmittal letter. So if I suggest, let us ask Brother Francis, is there anything that he would like to ask, any clarification from us before we transmit this to them? Because we have been discussing all these things for more than 1 month actually already. And Brother Francis and I have been discussing this also one-on-one. That's why we were able to come up with this. So, ang pinag-uusapan
I
natin,
think we are not on the same page, Brother Ed.
I think so, Brad, because you know why?
Mm.
We are supposed to stick on our objective today to present what is supposed to be, you know, yung transmittal letter natin. Yun ang pinag-uusapan natin. Right? Kasi pag-usapan natin mga plano, matagal na natin pinag-usapan ng mga plano ito eh. Di ba?
And this was already approved by the board.
Yes,
I agree with you.
Thank you.
No,
We have already
but
approved by the board. So I
but
think we're so lucky that Brother Francis is with us today because siya to help. What are the clarifications, possible questions? We might be able to give him the support that he needed already. Although in his board meeting, Francis, we will be open to be invited as your resource during your board of directors meeting. So in case your board of directors will have some questions, we will be available to answer those questions.
Notice of meeting that was sent earlier. Yeah, let's just go ahead. I defer to the opinion of Brother Ed. Let's start with wait, I'm gonna open it.
It talks about Brad about the yung I think the letter is addressed to the board of directors.
Through Brother Francis.
Yung terms and
Okay,
conditions, Brother Francis.
Brother Francis, have you been going over our letter that was supposed to that we will be sending you? This is dated June 12. Brother Buboy, can you have this on screen?
Oo, naka-unmute. Sandali.
Mute po si Brother Francis.
Naka-unmute siya. Ayan.
Okay.
So first of all, good afternoon to everyone, members of the Board of Directors of the Marian Family Cycles of Prayer. Magandang hapon po.
Good afternoon po. Magandang hapon po.
For and in behalf of the Board of Directors of the Caraga People's Agriculture Cooperative, I would like to extend our appreciation to all the members of the BOD of the Marian Cenacles for our efforts to assist the CPAC. So we have already preliminary discussion with this letter, which is addressed to the board of directors through me as the chairman of the board. We have discussed this through cell phone because I cannot travel because of my age according to the local government. Sir, travel ka pa ba? 73 years old ka na. Iko, mas importante ito kasi paano ko po ito ma-implement namin itong plans and program and projects of the CPAC if I will stay at home. So it is very clear in the guidelines that although we're already senior citizen over 60, but we are not at risk. We're still healthy, kicking, and working for the we're moving forward to attain the goals of our cooperative, which was newly organized last February 20, registered with the CD last February 17, and we are supposedly to have our first annual General Assembly after the 90 days mandated by CDA to elect new set of officers, but it was scheduled on March 21, and the COVID declaration is March 18, so we were not able to push through and have our General Assembly. But however, we are still talking with each other, and we continue raising funds to implement our buying station program first in the beginning. It is in our plan to have the buying station in Carmen, in the sense that the office of CPAC is located in the barangay poblacion of Carmen, Agusan del Norte, my hometown. So may I reiterate to express our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to all the members of the Marian family Cenacles of Prayer. With regards to the letter, I have read this thoroughly, and when I have some questions, I call up Sir Ed, brother Sir Ed. I call him brother Sir Ed. Brother Sir Ed. And ask question, what, sir, can you extend further to me about this there? So the amount that is raised by the Marian Cenacles in the amount of 50 million as our starting assistance to CPAC. So it, as agreed, it will be deposited first to Anteco, which was my mother cooperative, Agusan del Norte Teachers Retirees and Employees Cooperative. So we have resolved that resolved the repayment in terms of interest rates, in terms of the lenders, the repayment, and even the maturity value of the deposit hold out to guarantee the loan of CPAC. I asked him also the questions of this 90% and the 10% sharing, and he made it clear that the 90% will be used by the Marian Cenacles for the expenses, to cover up the expenses. For example, the technical expertise to prepare the project studies and business plan, and etc., salaries of clerical staff. And with the 10% will be used by CPAC to cover the following administrative expenses. So it was made clear by him, and I have documents. We agreed. So I told the Sir Ed, once it is approved by this august body, and I will take care of it to have it discussed with my fellow members of the board of the CPAC. Then, as suggested by Brother Sir Ed, that once we will have these matters at hand, we discuss with my board in CPAC, we will invite some of our cohorts with the Marian Synagogues to be here also. So you can visit also Butuan City after the COVID pandemic na. I think those are only the questions I raised to Sir Brother Sir Ed, sir, Chairman, and I was already clarified.
Very good. Brother Francis, you were saying that they will be discussing this with your members also.
Yes.
Do you already have a tentative date for as to when the meeting will be held?
So far, in Caraga babago-bago yung mga babago-bago ang mga guidelines kasi mula nang dumating yung programa ng Balik Probinsya, ay mayroon namang nakita nga yung mga positive dito sa Carmen. Ngayon lang may balita na isa sa 8 positive ay taga Carmen. Hindi pa namin alam kung saan sa Carmen, sa poblasyon ba o sa barangay. Yun ang mahirap, hindi pa klaro yung kanila announcement. So, bago-bago yun, mayroon baka natakot kami dito sa Carmen, sa bayan ko na baka mag-lockdown dito sa amin. Halimbawa, kung sa poblasyon, sigurado kung mag-lockdown. So, yun ang inintay ko lang. Pero, suggestion of Sir Ed, we will study what we have is really conferencing via Zoom.
That is right. You can perhaps through Zoom, you can also invite the presence of Brother Ed, who can answer also questions coming from your members.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So we will not be.
Yung mga
we will
people
not be
involved,
waiting.
mga project leads din, mga project leads. So.
Yes, but the point is, just as long as we are able to secure from you, Brother Francis, the board approval to negotiate, to approve the organizational structure, and for us to go into via social media and through letters our solicitation drive for you, no? As long as we have
Yes,
all
sir.
of these, then we can move on and provide the necessary support.
If I may add something, Brother Eugene.
Yes.
It's actually brothers and sisters, have you noticed Brother Francis is wearing the St. Benedict's crucifix?
I'm always reading.
That is, it goes to show that he is one of the first members na consecrated, because that crucifix is the original crucifix what been giving away.
Oh.
Oo, ngayon, siyempre limitado ng finances natin, dito na lang tayo sa maliliit.
Okay.
Nung umpisa, yun talaga pinanibigay natin, yung kay Brother Francis.
Malaki.
Brother, wala namang problema sa magiging maliit eh.
Oo.
Malit pa naman si Brother Eugene.
Hindi ba, cute naman, cute.
But anyway, thank you, Brother Francis, for your commitment. You are really not an ordinary cohort, but I would say a combatant. Combatant because you are out there in the battlefield. Nasa frontline ka eh. Di ba? So we are here to provide that support wholeheartedly. And for the information of everybody, Brother Francis is the founder of the biggest teachers cooperative in the Philippines. He started that because naawa siya sa mga teachers. You know, Brother Francis was a public school teacher himself. And then retired as the superintendent of for the public schools in his area, right? So yan. So in fact, the chairman of CDA extolled him with 3 pages of description about Brother Francis as the revolutionary cooperative leader. Okay? Sige, salamat for giving me the opportunity, Brother Eugene. You may continue.
Okay. So we will proceed with the approval of this letter that we will be sending also today.
Yeah, kung wala nang kwan at wala na tayong comment, after all, we've discussed this already several times. And
Yeah.
actually, what is critical here is the comment of Brother Francis for us to go ahead and forward this already to his board to seek
Okay.
the formal approval. But, you know, contained in this letter is a video that will be incorporated in the letter. Because then we are going to seek the approval not only to solicit funds, but we have to use certain materials like the video. So the video has also to be approved by the board of directors. So if I may suggest, if you will see in that letter, at the last part is we are seeking the approval of the board also to approve the video. Okay? And Brother Steve has shared in advance 3 sets of videos. So I think what we should do today is to select which of the 3 videos shall be inserted here or shall we insert all? Anong pressure ng everybody? Did everybody had the chance to see that video of Brother Steve? Or would you like him to play that through this medium? Siguro maganda ipa-play natin. Gusto nyo?
Well, I understand you, Brother Steve. You have given this to us beforehand. Did everybody see the 3 versions?
Ako po nakita ko yun.
At may
Ako rin po,
pang-apat pa.
nakita ko po.
May pang-apat
How about you, Brad?
yung technical description ni Brother Orly. Maganda rin yun. Oh.
Brother Orly, have you seen the videos? Brother Orly. Nakamute ka, nakamute.
Hello, brother. Bali, I was able to watch it and so far so good, no? Kung ano yung nilalaman, nandito objective. Lalo na yung diagram. So no comment na ako doon. Very naman yun yan. Ang tawag dito. Self-explanatory naman yung diagram. And it was explained, you know, verbatim bawat.
Brother Jomar, were you able to see the 3 of them?
Yung sa akin pong part, unstable yung aking internet kaya hindi ako makapag-download ng kahit na doon sa email natin, hindi ko mabasa. Naka-data ako.
Ay, ganun ba? Unstable. Nasa ICU.
Ewan ko na kay PLDT, hindi ako pinuntahan. Tagal na. 2 buwan tinawag.
All right. But then, if I may suggest, Brother Ed, let us leave the approval of this, at the choice of any of these 3 to the members of the board of SIPA. Which one will be
so, gusto
suitable?
nyo ibigay lahat at mamili na lang sila?
Yes, I think so.
What's the pressure of everybody?
May ano po, na-review na-view ko yung yung lahat ng video. May comment lang ako dun sa 2 and wala time mo na kasi na maipasa ko. So, ipasa ko siguro later.
Can I share my insights on these 3 videos?
Opo.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, Well, there's no question about the video create. Yung ginawa ni Brother Steve for Brother Orly, maganda. Brother Steve, yung ginawa mo, meron pang, meron pang, ano tawag nito, yung wires, tumatakbo pa yung wires, no, from the power.
Yes.
Tumatakbo, ang ganda. Ganda nun.
Very nice, very nice.
Now, wala akong question doon. I think it should be part of that. But the thing is, so we are left with 2 videos. One was with the voiceover of Sister Jenny, that's the daughter of Brother Boboy. And the other one, walang audio, right? Ang sa akin lang to, the first video, yung walang voice, that will just create an impact. Who is CPAC and why is CPAC doing this? No explanations. And the second video, I would suggest that it should really be produced in close cooperation with CPAC, meaning in action, live in action. See, Brother Francis will be shaking hands with the governor, with the mayors, with the parish priest. Brother Orly having a meeting with the teachers, live na video, right? And then some of the members live preparing soil, no, or harvesting fish. Yun ang sa akin. That's ganun ang dating sa akin, yung second video. So in short, because we are going to use this for purposes of just creating the attention and interest of the people who will come and support CPAC. Pakita natin, we do not have to discuss the details of what CPAC is doing, right? To be continued yan, ang continuity niyan is, ito na yung ginagawa ng CPAC, oh. Meron na silang ginagawa, meron silang mga fishermen, they're doing it their own initially, and ultimately, para kumita na sila, within the next 12 and 24 months, kumikita na sila. And then after 24 months, ito na yung inaantay nila na magkaroon sila ng processing plant. But meanwhile, they already have something, they're already doing something, right? So in short, ang recommendation ko is, when you go out and solicit, we are going to introduce CPAC. We do not have to go into the details of what is CPAC. Right? Yun ang sa akin. Kasi masyadong madami eh. Kumbaga sa dinner, appetizer pa lang yan binibigay natin. Appetizer pa lang yan. Yung main course, yun na yung hindi na ito istorya. Actually, ito na ginagawa ng mga tiga CPAC. Meron silang ginagawa. Ang laki ng project ninyo, 24 to 36 months yan. Pero may ginagawa na sila ngayon. Kasi meron tayong mga Filipinos, they get together, raise money to give feeding program. Magpapakain sila. Happy na sila doon. And I am happy. Right? They will organize medical mission. Happy sila. I'm also happy. The problem is, magpakain ka, yung tao kumakain araw-araw. Mag-medical mission ka, pag-alis ng mga doctors mo, bukas may sakit pa rin yung mga tao doon. So what I'm trying to say is, we are going to convey the message that walang maganda yung ginagawa nyo, pero kailangan, let's make use of your feeding program, where you're feeding people, where you're on a medical mission. Let us introduce to them what Magnificat can do for you, what CPAC can do for you. Come and join us. Kung nandito ka sa Manila, umuwi kayo, maraming pera doon available sa inyo kaagad. Right? In other words, you create what everybody's doing today. Before I became a dedicated cohort, I should confess that binabatikos ko yan. Para tayo kulang yung ginagawa ninyo, kulang yan, mali yan. No. But as we continue praying with the Blessed Mother, we are continuously receiving enlightenment na hindi natin dapat kalabanin yung mga nagmamagandang loob na nagbibigay ng feeding program o medical mission. Ang sabihin natin sa kanila, maganda yan. Isama natin yan dito sa ginagawa ng CPAC. Right? Yun ang intention ko doon. So in short, Ang dami mga Pilipino na gustong tumulong sa mga mahihirap pero hindi sustainable. Kaya yun ang sa akin. Ang recommendation ko is we are going to solicit support of the Filipinos, local and overseas Filipinos. Kailangan in less than 1 minute naintindihan na nila ang ginagawa natin. Diba? Ang ginagawa nila. O paano sila
Brother Ed.
Yes. Please feel free.
If the purpose is really for solicitation, the voiceover of Sister Janine, the video with the voiceover of Sister Janine will be very applicable, no? For solicitation purposes. As you were saying, introduction lang ito, no? And I think I am inclined to include that dun sa ating solicitation letter. But depending on the targets naman ng SIPAC, no? If SIPAC would want to submit something katulad ng sinasabi mo, yung may mga shaking hands pa with the governor and so on, just to show na on the field talagang may ginagawa na sila, then it's another case. Kaya nga ang ano ko is ano ba ang yung magsushoot doon sa pangangailangan ng mga prospective members and supporters from the Marian Sanacels towards SIPAC or yung solicitation of membership naman within Caraga region. That's depende sa pangangailangan ng Caraga.
Ang solicitation letter is not limited to the members to the people within the Caraga region. That's the reason why we brought in Antreco. So we can accept their investments because those investments outside Caraga region, hindi pwedeng tanggapin ng SIPAC yon. Hindi pa sila multi-purpose. But it can be accepted by Antreco. So therefore, there are two types. In fact, in basic marketing, first is you just have to create attention, right? Next is bakit sila magiging intention. That's where I will rely on the expertise of some of you who have been involved in network marketing. Use that psychology. Bakit sila sumasama sa iyo sa network marketing? Meron tayong magandang dito, compensation plan that could match, if not in fact, be a very much improved version of network marketing. Kasi pinakita ko doon yung revenue share. Ang usapan nga natin ni na Brother Boboy nung araw is yung revenue share na yan forever, right? Pero masyadong maganda, too good to be true, it will be construed as network marketing. It becomes a stopper. The moment we are perceived as network marketing strategy na yan, it will be treated either as a scam or it will be a stopper. Sabi, imposible ito, it's too good to be true. Right? That's the reason why I have recommended that the compensation plan should be limited up to 10 years lang. Because that is a compensation plan based on tried and tested compensation plan of insurance companies, real estate companies, and other marketing companies. Yun yung unilevel program na naisip ni Brother Boboy. So I guess the recommendation here is, do we have to choose one or the other video, or do we have to choose both? And depende sa audience natin kung ano yung pipiliin natin na audio o ibibigay natin na audio pareho. Maraming klaseng audio.
For purposes of solicitation, I would suggest kung yung may voice over ni Sister Janine.
What is the pleasure of everybody? Let's get the comment of everybody.
Brother Ed.
Yes.
Steve. Tama ho yung sinabi nyo na series of videos. Kasi like in every upcoming movie, meron silang trailers pinapalabas.
Yes.
Attract yung mga audience to view that movie. So pwede din natin gawin yun. Series of videos. And like what you said, live. So anybody from the Caraga region or the Antreco, they can take video using their cell phones. Tapos ipadala lang sa atin. Tapos i-compose natin. Gagawa tayo ng video library that we can produce trailers out of it. 1 minute constant bombardment sa social media to create curiosity. And then, yun, they will know where to send their donation or contribution or membership. Yan po.
You got the point, Brother Steve. As a matter of fact, I was about to ask you, for the information of everybody, Brother Steve has been exposed to marketing, no? Yung mga ganito klase marketing, which is normally usual yung network marketing. Some are successful and they are alive until today. But most have failed, right? But what I would like to take this opportunity to really to share with you, Brother Steve, that maybe try to animate the compensation plan. If you have to communicate directly with Brother Boboy on how the compensation plan was created, because I have noticed in network marketing, I have attended some network marketing meetings, and they presented their compensation plan by way of presentation of graphs, right?
Yes.
Images, static. Pero mas maganda kung magagawa mo pang live yan, mas powerful yan.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Yun ang tingin ko. So, here is a very good recommendation, brothers and sisters, na let's follow the tried and tested marketing ng hindi lang mga movies, pati nga yung mga kotse, pati pagbebenta ng mga appliances. May mga trailer yan. Sometimes they don't even talk about the product. Di ba? Nagbebenta sila ng kotse, hindi nila sinasabi yung kotse. Nagbebenta sila ng McDonald's, hindi nila pinakikita yung McDonald's. Right?
Subliminal message.
Subliminal. Right?
Yes.
So, we are creating here a very huge project. And as you can see, just to prepare the project study, ang estimated natin yan, and we do not have any basis, but based on our own guts feel, we need at least 50 million pesos to be able to do what we wanted to do. And we are going up to 250 million, right? And no banks will lend us that money. No banks. But if we go to the bank and present our big ticket loan, the first question that they will look for is a project study. Correct? So therefore, we are left with the responsibility of preparing the project study, and no banks, no investor would like to put in their money with that. Right? No one. Okay. Yung mga investors, so I'm referring to the investors to the angel investors, quote unquote.
So how would you want to, what sort of a board resolution would you want to come up from SIPAC, authorizing us to broadcast via social media, a series of audiovisuals?
I think let's follow what Brother Steve had recommended. Sabihin natin, all right, we also would like to seek, doon nga, di ba sa closing statement mo, we also would like to seek their approval of propagating the following videos. Then we just have to explain, there's a video na yan. These videos are just examples of the series of videos that we're creating. But we want you to, series. Sabihin natin series. These are the examples, right? These are the examples. Ganun ang kwan ko. So there will be, we just have to re-engineer your closing statements, Brother Eugene, that we are
Okay.
through a series of videos. Huh?
Oh.
Then i-explain natin yung the way Brother Steve was explaining. Right? And ito lang, example sa ito. And then we will be, saglit natin doon, some will be only be 30 seconds, some will be 1 minute, some would include live action shots from the CPAC members, right? So we have to give them already in advance what are the kind of videos that we're going to produce, but we're simply showing them that we have the capability to produce this video because we are talking here of a very big project. We have to come up with a complete presentation. Just like, for example, selling a simple product sa isang supermarket, right? I'll share with you a personal experience. Just to sell a simple product, agricultural product, in a supermarket. Why is it that big Filipino companies can sell tomatoes to a supermarket? And why is it that a Cavite or a tomato farmer from Abra or from Mindanao cannot sell their tomatoes in the supermarket? Have you noticed that? It's the same tomato. Other than the fact that selling by a big institution, big organization will guarantee. But you know what's the other one? There is a communication support. They will ask, okay, what is your public relations support in terms of newspapers and in terms of videos, advertising? Do you have any advertising program? Correct? Did you notice that? Nobody, no farmer, or even a cooperative, Brother Francis, you are the cooperative man in this group. Have you noticed a cooperative to be able to sell agricultural products to the big supermarkets, never mind abroad, kahit na local lang? Why? Because the purchasing managers will have to look for, number one, public relations support. Number two, advertising support. You will notice that the products being sold via television network, nandoon naka-flash yung pangalan ng supermarket, naka-flash yung pangalan ng supplier. That's the reason why I'm so happy when Brother Steve came up with this inspiration of the Magnificat Broadcast Network. Very important yan. Because we don't have money to spend for the millions of advertising sa broadcast media. So we have to create our own broadcast media. Okay?
Undoubtedly, Brother Ed, talaga importante yung advertising for any endeavor, no? And any enterprise.
Yes.
But, and we leave that to Brother Steve to provide us and connect us with marketing men who can do the front-end marketing or program the production dating sa mga malalaking endeavors, no? Or sellers.
Okay. You know that Magnificat Broadcast Network? That would be ABS-CBN, CNN, Facebook, and Google combined.
Kala ko nga, ABS-CBN ang nasa likod niya.
Oh, but that is CNN, ABC, the local networks na GMA, right? And Facebook, YouTube combined.
Wow.
That's the way I have looked at it. Sabi ko, wow. And ito, mahilig mga Filipinos. Facebook, you know why they would say, please share. You know why? They would like to get audience para malaki ang mabayaran sa kanila ng Facebook o ng YouTube o ng Google. And I'm glad Brother Joe Marlo is here. Brother Joe, I've sent you a heavy stuff by email this morning on information security technology, right? Every social media has that kind of information security technology. I've shared that with everybody, but just for your information, that is what Brother Joe Marlo, that's why the area of Brother Joe Marlo is another Thy Kingdom Come by itself. Just like the area of Brother Steve is a Thy Kingdom Come by itself, Brother Joe Marlos is a very huge area. Okay? And it's okay if you haven't gotten through all those documents I've sent you. It's too much to be chewed by any one of us, but Brother Joe Marlo will be able to understand that. Okay? So in short, Brother Francis, we are going to help you not only get the financing here, we are going to help CPAC promote the products of your members. And we are going to the market. When we go to the market, we should see to it that we have the questions answered. The questions that will be asked by the buyers, we have them ready answered. Because why? Supports us social media and broadcast media, we have it. And Magnificat Broadcast Network will be at the same level as the major broadcast networks. And Brother Joe Marlo will be able to calculate how much revenue can be shared to all those people who will be, someday, people will not be sharing, like my post in Facebook. No, you please follow my subscription with Magnificat Broadcast Network. All right? We will be at that level, Brad. Don't be surprised. Huwag kayong matakot na eBay was founded in the kitchen. Google was founded in the garage. Okay? Apple Computer was founded also in the garage. In fact, the first investor of Apple is the same first investors I had in the 1990s. Okay? So, huwag tayong matakot dyan sa mga malalaking kumpanya because lahat yan nag-umpisa sa maliit. And CPAC is actually starting not small. They're starting much bigger than any of those people there. So in short, brothers and sisters, itong ginagawa natin, hindi natin magagawa ito kung wala si Mother Mary. Hindi natin kaya ito. It's a very huge project. Why? Because we are solving a very big problem. And that big problem is all about poverty, and therefore a big solution can only come from a big problem can only be solved by a big solution, and that big solution is our big God. Right? Yun lang. So in other words,
Brother Ed, may I also ask, this is a solicitation letter which we really have to come up with as soon as possible. Do you want us also to provide a series of audiovisuals?
Actually, Brad, ganito yung suggestion ni Brother Steve na series of audiovisuals, because that will be available to our members. Mm-hmm. We will guide them on what to share. Kasi bawat isa sa atin, iba-ibang level na nakausap eh. Di ba? Okay. Iba-iba. What do you think? So in short, meron tayong mga video na maintindihan ng lahat. Meron na hindi papansinin ng mga economic planners. Pero meron tayong video na maintindihan ng mga economic and mga bankero, pero hindi maintindihan ng mga tao, mga ordinary people. That's the way I look at it already. Right? So in short, we have a library of videos that will be produced. Yun nga, sabi ni Brother Steve, recommended niya kay Brother Francis, so every time meron siyang nakitang activities, kunin nila ng video. And for all you know, that particular clip would be very, very relevant to what we are trying to do. Even a simple suffering of a street boy or a street children. Kunan mo lang, Brother Francis. you start to become ano sabi nila kay para si Bongo, photo bomber. Ang masarap na kapartner mo diyan si Sister Mila. Magaling siya kumuha ng mga video. In fact, lahat tayo.
All of us. Yeah, all of us.
All of us, kung may makita tayo, kunan lang natin ng mga video, tapos padala natin kay Brother Steve, and let's work on his inspiration. Anywhere from 30 seconds to 1 minute to 3-minute videos. Yun ang talagang problema natin dito is not only getting the approval of CPAC for us to do the solicitation. Our biggest problem is how to make our solicitation successful and effective. Do you agree?
Agree.
That's the point.
That's the biggest problem that we have. All right. So kung okay na lahat, if I may just recommend or move that we should go ahead and submit this transmit our letter signed by Brother Romel and Brother Eugene. Kung wala nang changes, we submit it as it is, and then just
as amended.
Submitted, and then just include all 3 videos na ginawa ni Brother Steve. What do you think?
Yeah, all the 3 videos, then sila na lang pumili kung anong gusto nila.
Actually, it's not only mamili, brother. In addition na sila mamimili, we will even give them in advance that, hey, you have any video there, we would request you to take a video clip and send it to us, and we will produce it for you.
Okay.
Just to give them the idea, this is our capability. This is our capability.
To
Right?
clarify, Brother Ed and Brother Steve, the CPAC board will authorize Marian Senecals to come up with audiovisual presentations in their solicitation drives, no? Samples of which are as follows.
Yes.
Okay. Then,
Brad, depende sa audience nyo. Mamili kayo kung anong audiovisual ang gagamitin nyo. We'll give you a library.
So authorizing us, although the board of CPAC will authorize us to provide, rather to come up with AV audiovisual presentations that will shoot the solicitation drives being conducted by Marian Senecals.
And members of CPAC, ha? Hindi lang tayo, ha?
Okay.
Oo. Hindi lang tayo, pati lahat. Right?
Well, it's almost 1 hour from the time we started. Shall we now proceed to the project leads?
Okay.
I think that has already been taken up properly, yung transmitter letters. Perhaps we can go now to the concerns of each and every projects. Shall we start? Hindi ka naman naalis agad, no, Brother Jomar? Hindi ka naman naalis agad, ano? All right. Let's start with Brother Orly, who has so much on his plate right now. Yung infrastructure development.
Oo, dun sa... Can you hear me now?
Siguro, Brad, para walang echo, mag-earphone ka.
Hindi, linayo ko na.
Okay.
Kasi kasabay niya ang kasabay niya yung sa tawag din yung sa laptop. Ganito ang tanong ko lang dito, yung inquiries ko lang kasi nagawa ko na nga yung DBSP, yung scoping. May mga information na that I need from Brother Francis Loque dun sa mismong supplier ng WTA generator. Yung dalawang yun ang main na ang mga information na kailangan ko. Medyo madami ito. Siguro huwag na natin i-discuss dito. I-discuss ko na lang sa kanila one by one, no? Kasi siguro yung kay Brad Loque lang, it will take more than an hour to discuss. Ganon din yung sa WTA para hindi maubos ang time.
Let me get things right, Brother Orly. Na I'm sure may kopya na si Brother Francis nung iyong ano, no?
Ayun, oo.
Okay. And may pinrovide mo rin siya ng, ng mga concerns mo na pinrovide sa amin din. Yung mga concerns and revisions.
Kasi, okay, just to give a few, hindi namin hindi madi-design at hindi yun malalaman ng vendor kung sufficient yung 4 megawatts nilang capacity kung hindi natin malalaman yung number of dwelling residents na titira doon. Because from that, we will mako-compute yung total wattage na usage ng mga residential at total din ng water consumption. Much more kung isasama natin yung mga processing facilities at mga processing manufacturing plant. Isa pa, we are planning to sell excess water to the local water electric company and to the local bottled company, mineral water resources. Kung tatanungin nila magkano ba ang assured guaranteed ninyo na pwedeng ibenta sa amin, we cannot say kung ilang bottles ang pwede nating i-assure sa kanila na mabenta daily because they will also know this before they will invest. Baka mamaya may day na 0, may day na maybe 100 bottles, something like that. So dapat meron tayong guaranteed na number of bottles or number of gallons or drums that could be sold to the local water district as well as to the bottle company. The same for the electric power cooperative, no? Kasi mamaya they will invest a lot, mag-invest sila ng pera because they will also incur some expenses. Then later, halos 0 pa lang, baka tayo pa ang bibili sa kanila. So with this, I'm asking a lot of some data from the CPAC itself para i-provide sa atin.
Yeah, if I may answer some of those questions, Brother Orly. Okay. On the question of the number of users, tandaan mo, we are practically creating a community. So ang residents niyan is from 0 residents to the number of people living within the vicinity of Carmen. Okay. Now, is that electric plant feasible? Yes. Why? Because the capacity of that electric plant provided by the Canadian company is 4 megawatts. Definitely, even the entire Carmen town will not need 1 megawatt. Assuming for the sake of discussion, na lahat sila kakabit sa atin because definitely it will be much cheaper than ANECO. Right?
Okay.
And even if it will be sold to them, we still have to go through a lot of regulatory requirements. Katulad yung calculation ng net metering system. Yung net metering system, at the end of the day, the one that will command the selling price to the residents would still be ANECO. Right? But anyway, the ideal really is we have the Magnificat community, parang subdivision yan yung Magnificat community, whereby lahat ng mga bahay dyan hindi kukuha ng connection sa ANECO. So the net metering system will not apply. It's just like putting up a community in the remote areas of Agusan del Norte na wala ang ANECO doon pero meron tayong community doon, so we generate our own power plant. Traditionally we simply use generators. So it logically say that if we're using our own generator, will the net metering system apply? Do you follow me? What is this, sister? So you put up a subdivision in a very far remote location. Ayaw maglagay ng connection si ANECO kasi masyadong malayo. So we have to provide our own power using generators. So mayroon na tayong electrical power. The question I have is, would ANECO say, hindi, kailangan sisingil pa rin kami dyan and let's use the net metering system. Una-una, ayaw nga nila maglagay doon. Bakit sila sisingil? That would be a long discussion. But my point is, we simply follow that principle. Now, since the Canadian supplier will be putting that out, ang take ko dyan, Brother Orly, practically 95% of their output will be sold already to ANECO.
So,
in other words, immediately, we are actually being an independent supplier to ANECO right from the very start. Because, you see, they are going to put that up already and it could be operational within 10 months. Magnificat community will be fully operational in 2 to 3 years' time. So within on the 10th or 12th month, the electric power plant can start generating power already. And you don't have any user, then we all sell that as an independent supplier to ANECO. The advantage that you have, based on the calculation that I did, and I don't know if that is a correct calculation, and with you there and Brother Boboy there as the engineers, that technology can produce 1 kilogram. Ang production niya is basis na calculation, 1 kilogram at a cost of 33 pesos per kilowatt per kilogram. If you were to calculate that, it becomes effectively 1 peso and 5 cents per kilowatt hour. So the cost of power that we are going to deliver to ANECO is 105. Magdagdag pa tayo ng additional cost natin doon. Sabi mo na kahit na 2 pesos. The current suppliers of ANECO is at least 5 to 8 pesos. So the feasibility of whether or not ANECO will use, definitely it will depend on cost. And secondly, they will not ask the question, reliable ba yan? We're not telling them to cut off their supply. Right? We're not telling ANECO, oh, you cut off your supply. Ito na kami. No, we are not. We simply say, here we are. We have available power. It's up to you. No? You can use it. So let's sign a memorandum of agreement. You use it. And we will deliver it to you at, let's say, 3 pesos per kilowatt hour. Okay, I sent you an email on I don't know if you've seen that, Brother Orly, Brother Boboy. I've sent that to everybody. And I will only expect Brother Orly and Brother Boboy to understand that calculation of, it was a calculation of a Canadian company, Hydrogenics. Have you seen that email of mine on Hydrogenics calculation?
Hydrogenics.
Yeah. Hydrogenics is a Canadian company producing at the effective rate of, in peso equivalent, 1 peso and 5 cents per kilowatt hour. Is that feasible? In fact, that is what Solar Philippines would like to attain. We would like to attain that cost using solar power at 1 peso per kilowatt hour. So, yun ang validation ko doon. So, in short, Brother Orly, we are going to implement the water-to-energy technology. Lumalabas dito, ang primary user natin is ANECO eh.
Out of curiosity, Brother Ed, may I direct the question also to Brother Francis? Gaano kalayo po ba yung envisioned Marian community or rather Magnificat community buhat dun sa poblasyon ng Carmen?
About 7 kilometers.
7 kilometers.
7 kilometers.
Actually, your point, Brother Eugene, is how far is it away from the power line of ANECO?
Yes, from the
creek and then power line to ANECO. How far away is it from the water source and far away is it to the nearest? Is that correct assumption, Brother Orly? Basta mayroon lang tayong power line ng ANECO, pwede natin i-deliver yung power doon sa power line na yon.
Yung transmission line nila.
Oh, transmission line.
Kaya lang, with some gadgets. Pero ang point doon,
Yes.
may loss. May power loss doon habang
Oo.
malayo.
Oh,
Kasi power loss, nako-compute yan kung ilan yung
Oo.
magiging power loss doon.
Lahat naman may power loss all the suppliers.
Ang gagawin, naka-high voltage muna,
Oo.
then pagka malapit na, maglagay na lang ng step-down transformer para yung loss mas minimal. Normally, doon ang ginagawa
At
Regenerate
least, yeah.
then step up transformer para tumaas yung voltage to 13.8 kung ilan man yun. And then, pag malapit na, maglagay na lang ng tinatawag na step-down ulit para sa direct to the users.
Parang mangyayari parang substation.
Exactly. Para
that's
kung
part of the
madami,
project.
depende sa volume
That's part of the project cost. Anyway, that will be part of the project cost.
Oo. Hindi pwedeng i-subsidize yun ng electric cooperative. Anyway, they will be part, no?
No. It will be coming from our Canadian supplier.
So, ganun din yung mga power lines. Halimbawa, isusupply natin ng mga areas, wala pang power doon. So, they need power lines, power poles. It will be supplied by the Canadian company.
Yes. Very good. Kung kasama sa project cost yun.
We have to define it well, no? Kung alin doon para masama sa kanila, kasi pag-aralan nila yung production.
Yes.
Kasi 4 megawatts kung formal yun, hindi na magiging 4 yun at the end And we have also to consider yung gagamitin sa manufacturing facilities and processing facilities. Storage warehouse, matakaw din to ng power.
Lalo na po sa food storage natin, lalo sa pizzeria, cold storage.
Anyway, it will be studied, no?
Basta module yan
na pag-generate ng tubig.
4 megawatts per module yan Okay. So anyway, Brother Francis, I think we'll be sharing that already to one of the engineers ng yung board of directors ng CPAC. So you can communicate.
Hindi kaya, Brother Ed, magkaroon ng discrepancy pagdating dun sa sinisingil ng ANECO sa kanyang mga sa metering niya, as against doon sa sisingilin naman ng CPAC doon sa members ng Marian community.
No, we are not going to compete with ANECO because suntok sa buwan yun, Brad. If we are going to compete with ANECO, we have to go through the regulatory approval process. It's a long process, and then there's a major probability that we could not get that. So the only way really is to work with ANECO. Basta existing customers yan, we cannot touch that, Brad.
At saka may franchise na sila sa area.
We can only sell, we can just become, our classification at that point of time will be an independent power supplier. It will be a totally different issue if we build a new community by itself. For example, yung iniisip ni Brother Francis na location, 7 hectares, or even the possible 50 hectares na possible port area, either way. But, in both cases, dapat ang mapupunta doon talagang they will not be relying on ANECO. Talagang they will be relying, it's their own power source. It's just like putting up a house. Why do I need the approval of Meralco if I have my own generator?
Alright. Gaano po kalayo yung port area, Brother Francis, from Carmen? Brother Francis, gaano po kalayo yung port area niya?
Mga 7 kilometers, and the site is around 50 hectares.
So ang talagang tinitingnan po ninyo yung nasa port. Port area po ang tinitingnan ninyo,
Kasi that is along the seashore. Yung site is along the seashore.
Meron na po yung existing fish wharf?
Wala. Natural. Natural.
Ibig ko pong sabihin, may mga fish landing na po ba roon?
Sa mayroon mga fish cages na. Yung mga fish cages ngayon na existing, mga around 120 fish cages, which is owned by few businessmen. At ang Carmen, malapit din sa Nasipit, yung port. Mayroong port tayo sa Nasipit.
Brother Eugene, the plan here is really to build our own port. Wala. Kasi kagandahan sa natural natural na malalim eh. Wala masyadong
makakadaong agad yung barko eh, no?
Oo.
Oh, yan. Isa yan sa may kwan, isa yan sa kwan doon sa site.
So balak po din yung maglagay po ng fish processing plant doon?
That was the proposal.
That is our yun ang una naming present to put up a cannery. Isa yan.
Okay.
At saka yung coconut processing plant. Pero nabanggit ni Sir Ed na hindi yun ang lang pang local, kundi pang international yung kanya balak na
kung depende po kasi sa isda na nahuhuli nyo. Kung ang nahuhuli po sa inyo mostly ay mga pwedeng pang local lamang, marami po tayong kompetensya. Pero na pwede naman nating through Brother Steve perhaps, magagawa ng paraan sa marketing. Pero ang pinaka nakikita ko mas saleable ay yung export market through yung blast freeze and pouch processing na pwede nating ipadala kaagad by airplane. Pagdating sa port of destination ay kumbaga fresh pa rin siya.
Yun siguro ngayon ang existing na ginagawa ng mga operators ng fish cages, yung mga bangus. Yun ang ginagawa nila. I-export nila for Cebu, Manila.
Pero kung cannery po, maganda rin po kung iba-branded na lang natin. Total Mindanao naman yan. Madali naman siguro kumuha ng halal certification. Makakonfer natin ang European market.
Nakapunta dito yung executive director ng Aquamarine ng Department of Agriculture. Na-survey na namin, sabi niya kailangan yung mga fish cages, it should be owned by the people of Carmen, not owned by the
right.
investors.
Very nice.
So sabi niya, madali lang yun, yung sa offshore. So sabi niya, madali lang kasi i-coordinate na lang sa local government na i-end na yung, i-terminate na yung prangkisa nila sa doon sa fish cages. At yung mga members ng SIPAC, yung mga fisher folks natin na members ng SIPAC, sila na po ang magmamayari. So,
at yung mga asawa naman po nila, mga asawa naman po ng mga fishermen.
Yung mga fish cages dito, it is operated by 15 personnels. 15 po yung nagpakain sa mga isda. Pero
ano po mga isda
ngayon
yun?
Bangus.
Bangus
po ang kanila harvest.
Balak po ba nyo mag-tuna? Balak po nyo mag-alaga ng tuna?
Ang problema dito sa tuna sa Carmen, hindi maubos. Kaya yung tuna dito pinadala sa Butuan, Surigao. May mga tuna dito na makuha ng mga fishing boats.
Ayaw nyo ilagay sa cages?
Alin po ang
mga tuna?
yung mga barilis na tag 120 kilos sa bawat isa, timbang ng bawat isa, tag 120. Pinakamalit na makuha nila yung mga tag 40, 70 kilos, ganun. Lalo na
Napakamahal
pagkuhan
po.
na walang buwan. Yun man
Ah.
ang season ng tuna dito.
Well,
Yung kuwan.
we have some technology that can raise tuna farming in cages and export them to Japan and to Europe. No, I think that would be very lucrative for SIPAC. No.
Iyon ang nabanggit ni Sir Kurat. Kung ganun, sir, hindi lang pang kaniri lang itong gagawin natin. Pang international market itong gagawin.
Marketing marketing strategy lang po yan.
Oh.
Anyway, kaya lang po ako worried kasi yung sa energy supply, kung talagang maglalagay kayo ng processing plant para doon sa fish, kailangan po ninyo ng ice plant, cold storage, facilities, and so on. That would mean, Brother Orly, that would have to be inputted doon sa iyong 4 megawatts na supply, no?
Correct.
Kasama na yung mga bamboo manufacturing, no? Malalaking tubig kailangan.
Mainit yun eh.
To summarize, ang nakalagay din sa diagram, excess power will be sold to the cooperative electric cooperative. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, ANECO. Would this mean na mag-identify lang ng tinatawag ng top-in point? Top-in, no? Kung tie-in point, ANECO, this is a tie-in point. So, lahat ng power na excess, basta i-directa nyo hanggang dito na tie-in point, bahala na kami sa ganun ba ang ibig sabihin nito? Kasi madami silang hindi sinusuplayan na areas na walang kuryente ngayon na gusto natin liwanagan sila na magkailaw. So, how would that be? How would be the arrangement?
Paano yan? Establish na yun, Brad, yung mga ganun, mga arrangement, no? In fact, in fact, katulong dyan ang Department of Energy sa pag-establish ng ganyang relationship.
So, ang CPAP will only supply up to the tie-in point of the power.
It becomes an independent power supplier ang classification yan. It will be an independent power supplier. Wala tayong away, including regulatory compliance. And guaranteed lang ang marketing natin yan. Ang competitive advantage lang sa marketing yan is number 1 because of price. Price na lang. And I don't think nobody among their current independent power suppliers could match the price that SIPAC can generate. And by the way, the general manager of ANECO, I think, is a nephew, Brother Francis.
Walang problema yan, sir. Nakausap na, mayroon na kaming preliminary discussion. Sabi niya, madali yan, Uncle. Kuan lang yun, gagawan lang natin yan ng MUA. Na yung mga excess energy will be supplied to ANECO.
At saka yung presyo,
yun ang sabi niya.
Presyo natin, sir, very much competitive.
Oo. So sabi niya, walang problema yun.
Yun.
So, kailangan natin lang yun sa information to develop yung master plan, no? Na gagawin, kung sino mang gagawa, kung gagawin ng Canadian company, maibigay yun na data para dun sa costing nila, sa budgetary nila, malalaman nila kung ano yung mga infrastructure na extent ng kanilang trabaho.
Correct.
Okay, sa water naman, meron na, alam ko madaming source dyan sa Carmen, no? Pero ang point sa water, it depende yan. So, kung sa 1 kilowatt, ilang gallons of water ang kailangan to generate 1 kilowatt? How many gallons? At least alam dapat natin yun sa vendor para sa alam natin ang requirements ng water demand per minute or per day.
Yeah.
Dapat, which that will come from the vendor supplier, no?
Correct. Brother Orly, mukhang marami kang magiging kausap ngayon. Maliban sa grupo ni Brother Francis, you also will have to sit down with the vendor, ano?
Oo, kasi kailangan yun kasi baka sabihin nila to produce 4 megawatts of power, kailangan ko ng ganitong amount of water, baka yung kaya ng water na i-yield, yung yield niya, depende, baka kaya siguro with some pumps, no? Kaya lang, meron pang tinatanong proseso dyan Depende sa tubig na makukuha dun Kung medyo malinis na, konting processing na lang kailangan, filtration. Kung medyo depende sa tubig characteristics ng tubig para ma-identify nilang kailangan. And then, most importantly, may tinatawag dyan na tubig na for disposal. Hindi lang yung waste, yung waste disposal na i-treat para pwedeng ipaayos sa environmental. Hindi basta tanggapin ng environmental ang wastewater May tinatawag na treatment. Sa 4 megawatts, ilan dapat supply din ng supplier kung ilang, say, cubic meters of water ang kailangan i-dispose kasi baka mamaya kulang yung disposal area natin, no?
How toxic is the waste ng water niyan, Brad? Is that toxic?
Hindi
For me, sa tingin ko hindi toxic yan kasi clean generating yan
Oo nga.
Meron wastewater dyan Kung maganda, kung zero yan, gagamitin lahat sa irrigatable land, no?
Yes.
Na naka-provide din doon. Oo, kaya lang ina-assume ko lang the worst na meron pa rin toxic water for treatment na hindi pwedeng i-dispose kung saan-saan. But if they say 100% is pwedeng irrigable, well, good, wonderful. At least meron na tayong pagdidisposan yun.
Oo. Yeah.
You really have to sit down with the supplier.
Oo, kailangan para anyway naka-cut down na lang mga tanong ko. And they cannot make any estimate, no?
May comment yata si Brad. May comment si Brother Francis.
Sige, Brad.
Okay, Brother Lisip, sa SIPAC, mayroon tayong isang member ng Board of Directors na dating manager ng National Power Corporation.
Okay.
Retired manager ng National Power Corporation. At sa kasalukuyan, siya ngayon ang chairman ng Buena Vista Water District. So, iyan ang introduce Brother Orly na makatulong sa kanya.
Beautiful.
Si Engineer Douglas. Si Engineer Douglas.
Ano pangalan, sir?
Ipakilala ko, binigay ko na po, Brother Orly. I got your cellphone number from Brother Sir Ed Quinto at saka pinasa ko na sa kanya. So, pagkatapos ng kuha natin, pagkatapos ng teleconferencing, I will inform immediately Engineer Douglas to have to keep in touch with you from time to time about this energy power.
Okay. So Engineer Abelino Douglas is dating NPC siya na working na with the Water District.
Tama po. Water District. Siya po ngayon ang chairman ng Buena Vista Water District.
Okay. At least madaling coordination dun later, no? At least member din siya ng SIPAC. How about
madali na magkakaroon kayo.
Sino naman tong Brother June Bautista?
Ano po?
Brother June Bautista.
Ano po? Pakiulit?
June Bautista. Brother June Bautista.
June Bautista, brother. Sa grupo natin yan. He is the exclusive representative of the Canadian company in the Philippines.
Okay. The other one is SIPAC. The other one naman sa siya, WTE.
WTE. At saka, he will also be a member of Marencia Nacross, by the way.
Okay. Para at least alam ko yung contact natin informasyon. Alam ko kung saan ko direct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Para magiging member siya sa team mo, Brother Lee.
Yun. Very good.
Very good. So, can I have the permission to contact Brother June Bautista for any technical matters regarding this?
Please.
Sa information naman.
Kasi meron na siyang email, may prior email na siya, and I have already introduced you to that email. I gave your telephone numbers at saka mga email addresses ninyo. So please feel free to communicate with him directly.
Yeah.
Hindi siya ordinary engineer, ha? Kasama siya sa installation ng yung Bataan Nuclear Power. Oo.
So he's representing the Canadian company here in the Philippines, Brother June Bautista's company.
Oo. Yeah.
Yung iba mong concerns, Brother Orly, nakalista naman yun. Oo. At na-forward mo na naman kay Brother Francis, no? Para may discuss nito sa iba niyang mga members. And we expect Brother Francis to, after meeting with his group, will be communicating with you kung paano naman yung mga sagot dun sa mga concerns mo.
Sige. Okay, Brad.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Now, can we now go to technology development na kailangan din in order to move forward, no? Brother Buboy, can you give us a backgrounder and a status report?
Okay. Good afternoon po. Regarding po, medyo nag-iiko. I-off ko itong isang Okay. Having heard doon sa pag-usapan natin regarding infrastructure, isa sa mga mahalagang part ng business natin is business on technology. Ito yung matagal na natin dinidevelop, katulad ng Co-op Transport. Sa Co-op Transport may dalawang may Co-op Taxi, mayroon din naman Co-op Delivery. Ang focus natin ngayon is Co-op Delivery kasi ito yung most related doon sa Co-op Mart. Ito yung fulfillment delivery doon sa mga items na nabibili ng isang consumer dito sa Co-op Mart. Ang status ngayon, so far, meron tayong tatlong BRS, Business Requirement Specification. Ang first BRS na halos masasabi ko 90% done na is the Co-op Taxi, which is sa tingin ko dapat na deeper muna siya at maging priority muna natin is yung Co-op Delivery. Sa Co-op Delivery naman, mayroon akong few siguro kailangan ko ng support from Brother Romel, Brother Orly, or Brother Eugene to review doon sa mga wording na ginagamit natin dito sa BRS. Kasi once na submit na kasi natin ng BRS, ito yung pinaka hindi sila pwede magbago doon sa BRS as per their ng Coreware. Na once na kung ano talaga ang halimbawa na lang yung naipalagay natin doon yung name ng server is sa ngayon is Shout for Joy ang term nila doon na nagamit. I-erase kasi natin yung word na yon. So once na makorek na natin lahat, yun ang susundan ng Coreware para magawa nila yung kabuuan na magbibigay kasi sila ng quotation sa atin kung magkano yung infrastructure naman na IT infrastructure na kailangan nila. So far, mayroon mga pages na kailangan ko ng support ng mag-edit or mag-audit ng mga terminologies. Katulad doon sa page 4, mayroon dito yung mga sign-off list. Ito yung mga tao na kasama doon sa nakakaalam about business. Then, itong distribution list, ito yung mga tao, mga names na kasama dito sa team natin na pwedeng maging makakatanggap ng mga updates dito sa development ng co-op transport o co-op taxi. Then, page 5, may mga terms na terminologies na kailangan makorek din. Katulad ng shout for joy, kailangan matanggal siya at palitan natin. So kailangan ko yung ano yung suggested na ipapalit natin ng mga server name. Page
Can I just butt in very quickly, Brother Boboy, while you're on that name? Shout for joy. Ang recommendation ko is, can we change it to ating co-op? Kung na yun, recommendation yan. Ating co-op.
Ang shout for joy kasi, Brad, is for J ang abbreviation niya.
Oh.
Is for J, ibig sabihin, pag nilagay nila doon sa server, ang server name is for J, ang ibig sabihin nito is shout for joy ang abbreviation. So kung ang ating co-op, AT, ang ating co-op. So,
AAK.
AAK. Sige po, pwede natin.
Kung ano yun, random thoughts ko lang yun.
Ang ating co-op. Sige. Okay lang naman bro. Kasi nomenclature ito na gagamitin doon sa server at doon sa program.
Ating co-op. Ating co-op, ilang letters lang naman yun eh. Lagay mo lang A co-op eh.
Hindi, lang initial lang Brad ang kailangan niya.
Initial lang siya Brad.
AKOOP eh. Just 5 letters.
ACOP server. Parang ganun ang mangyari yan eh. ACOP server. Pwede rin sa bagay, ano natin, kailangan natin
we'll discuss that. Let's just move on, Brad. Let's just move on.
Okay. Another point is yung co-op taxi, can you have it co-op transport instead?
Okay, ang main term talaga niya bro is co-op transport, yung isa taxi, yung isa delivery. Pero both of them is nakasali siya sa transport na main subject.
Okay. Medyo class talaga yung taxi eh, no?
Ang kasi, ang definition natin sa taxi is para sa man. Ang passenger nito yung man. Yung co-op delivery naman, may tatlong area dito na ito siya. Mayroong food delivery, may apps siya na pang food delivery, may apps din siya na grocery, at saka mayroon siyang apps na logistics. Ito yung may mga documents o mga anything na things. So grocery, food, at saka yung logistics. Yan ang mga kasama dito sa delivery. Sa taxi naman, ito yung halimbawa, tricycle, yung taxi mismo, yung bus, jeepney, basta anything na related to man,
transportation of men.
Oo. So mayroon dalawang area dito. Halos patapos na kami doon sa BRS ng yung taxi. Pero dito sa co-op delivery, may konti pa kaming kailangan ko ng tulong ninyo para natin yung mga exact mga wording na ilalagay natin doon sa BRS. Tapos sa BRS kasi nakalagay din sa page 6 ang co-opnet. Kung mapapansin ninyo yung structure ng co-opnet, lahat ng kooperatiba ay nakakabit sa say for example yung AAK server. At itong AAK server, mayroong tatlong ito yung co-op cash, co-op transport, at saka co-op mart. Nandoon yung program na yon, doon sa na yan, nagagamitin ng lahat ng kooperatiba. So ang tawag natin doon is co-opnet. Sa ngayon, wala pa tayong co-opnet na hindi pa siya na-organize. So okay lang ba na ilagay pa rin natin siya as co-opnet ang term doon sa BRS?
Let me just explain what is CoopNet, Brad.
Yeah.
CoopNet is an online processing network. Okay? Online processing network. It is currently, when we implement CoopCash will be processed by CoopNet. So in short, CoopNet is, if CoopCash is issued by CPAC, CoopNet is also controlled and managed by CPAC. Internal pa lang sa kanya yan. It's nothing but a processing network. Okay? Yung CoopNet. Now, when we will have other cooperatives participating, we now have to bring it out. Na hindi mawawala pa. Look at it as a commercial bank. When you have an online processing of a commercial bank, you have the card management sa loob ng bank na yon, and you have the processing network sa loob pa rin yan. Magkadikit yan. Okay? So, if one transaction is coming from within the other members, it's simply processed within one cooperative. Now, when there are other cooperatives, they will also have the same setup. Everybody have their own processing server from within to process. Yun din tawag nilang on-us transactions. Right?
Okay.
On-us transactions. So in short, you may have one with a cash management in CoopCash, and you have a transaction processing network. So any member from anywhere in the country, yun ang tawag nilang on-us transactions. Whether that is free or there is a charge, that depends on the financial institution. Right? Now, every cooperative that will be using CoopCash will also have their own processing network. Right? So if there are two participating cooperatives here, mag-uusap lang yung dalawang kooperatiba. Ang mag-uusap hindi yung cash management system nila, yung mag-uusap yung network nila. You will establish a shaking hands. The protocol will be established between those two machines, yung network processing machines na yon. Okay? Kung dalawa lang. Kung tatlo, okay lang yon. So now, you will have how many connections between A and B, A and C, B and gano'n, no? So you will have practically what? How many connections? 1, 2, 3. 3 connections. Now, the moment you have more than 3, teka muna, marami na yan. Marami na yan. So therefore, now you have to establish another processing network that will connect to everybody. Okay? That is now BankNet. Because a commercial bank, that is now BankNet. Right? So therefore, a transaction from BPI to a BDO, hindi sila magdidiretsuhan yan. Lahat sila babato na lang doon sa BankNet. Now, BankNet will say, tiga BPI ka, gusto mo kausap, BDO, padadala kita doon. Ganun yon. Okay?
Okay, Brad. So, ganito, Brad, ang pagkaintindi ko, Brad. May dalawang...
Brother Joe Marlo, are you following that? Oh. Brother Joe Marlo. So, I don't think you've been exposed to transaction processing network, but I know you know that from your schooling. No?
Opo, parang ano yung Tito Bobo, yung ginagawang CoopNet, parang yung based on sa meeting natin nung nakaraan doon, parang BankNet sana.
Yes.
Or yung isang organization ng mga banks na magiging member ako nito. Once magiging member ako nito, so pwede ako mag-transact. Kunyari, ang bangko ko ay Land Bank. Sa BankNet, pwede siya. Pero pwede rin siyang bigaling. Para kahit anong klaseng bangko, basta member siya doon sa BankNet, pwede kong i-transact yung aking transaction.
Yes.
Yun yung naintindihan ko ng last meeting natin.
Correct, Brad. And if there are other networks from, let's say, another country All they have to do is just connect with BankNet. Ganun lang yun. Okay?
Okay, Brad. Naintindihan ko, Brad. Bali, ganito ang pagkaintindi ko, Brad. At as of this moment, para dito sa BRS, ang tawag natin is CoopNet. Ang ibig sabihin natin ng CoopNet dito is Online Processing Network. Ang medyo may confusing kasi na-introduce natin yung CoopNet as secondary co-op. Later part pa yung secondary.
Later part yun. But even today, even CPAC as implementing CoopCash on its own, they must have to have their own processing network, which is called CoopNet. Okay?
Yeah.
CoopCash is the cash management system. CoopCash is the cash management system. Parang yun ang ledger mo. CoopNet is the processing system. Okay? Oh.
Yeah. Understand, Brad. Tapos mayroon ako dito, Brad, sa so far na formulate ko sa page 15 ng BRS. Ito yung fee structures and incentives. Ito yung naipakita ko na sa inyo before. So far, yun ang format din na maintindihan ng Coreware.
Yes.
Oo. Okay na ito, Brad. Bali, ang ano na lang, hinihintay ko yung mga final na wording na gagamitin dito para ito yung isa-submit mismo natin sa Coreware. Nag-usap kami ni Abby. Ang sabi niya, hinihintay niya yung final na ano natin, yung mai-submit natin yung BRS na galing sa atin. Then, from that, magbibigay siya sa atin ng ano yung infrastructure cost na kakailanganin.
Yes.
Before that, Brad, mayroon pa tayong mga part ng CAPEX nito is bibili tayo ng apps doon sa Aporio, which is ito yung ang napag-usapan is bibilhin yung apps then magkaroon ng training o papapunta dito yung yung programmer para magawa na rin ng Coreware yung sa part nila.
I think it's a total package of about what? $8,000 pati yung training?
Yes. May ang training, Brad, nag-differ kasi yun doon sa ano eh. Sa tingin ko, hindi na possible ang training na pupunta sila rito. Ang possible lang is yung online na training sa kanila na sa tingin ko either ma-reduce pa yung price dahil sa online na lang ang training.
But the license itself is about $6,000?
6,000 plus the training, nung calculated siya dati is about 2,000. So mga 8,000 ang abutin nun. Pero ito, Brad, yung sa taxi part, pero sa delivery, kasi may tatlong component ang delivery. May food, grocery, at saka yung logistics, mga documents. Iba ang pricing nila. Pero kung titingnan ko kasi, tinitingnan natin sa Coreware kung kakayanin na nila yung sa delivery part, which is hindi pa nga nagko-confirm ito sila, Abby. Yung tungkol doon sa kung hindi nabibili or pwede na lang gawin ng Coreware.
Okay, very good.
Yeah,
Another question, Brother Buboy.
Yeah.
Oo. Ang understanding ko, nagsabi ni si Brother Romel ng suggested revisions ng mga terminologies. Brother Romel, are you through with your Hello, Brother Romel.
Hello po.
Natapos mo na yung yung recommendations mo.
May napadala na ako sa kay Brother Boboy and Brother Joe Marlo. Pero dahil yung document ay kulang sa pages, kulang din yung na review ko. So natanggap niyo pa po ba yun in-email ko Brother Jomar and Brother Boboy na actually luma na yun, noon pa yun, retransmission yun ng mga comments. Pero I was asking for the whole document kasi may mga missing pages as in merong 40 something pages and then 15 pages lang ang nakuha ko. May problema sa somewhere.
Ganito kasi yung DRS bro, may dalawang naibigay sa atin. Number 1 was 54 pages, ito yung co-op taxi. Yung 15 pages, ito yung co-op delivery. Ang co-op taxi, mukhang na rin siya. Sa bagay, yung mga wording lang doon, kailangan din ma-review yon. Ang mas maganda siguro mauna natin yung co-op delivery. Kung doon sa 15 pages.
Okay, yung sa co-op delivery, abot lang yata sa sa 14 pages out of 40 something.
15 lang talaga siya, bro. Ang co-op delivery 15 up to 15 pages lang siya.
Ganon. Wala siyang missing.
Walang missing 'yon. Walang missing 'yan.
Okay. Kasi okay. So, i-check ko ulit at ipadala ko sa inyo ulit.
Sige bro, sige.
Or rather, Brother Buboy, mas maganda siguro ipadala mo na pareho di sa kay Brother Romel yung yung dalawang BRS, no?
Sige. Sige bro.
Okay.
I-send ko ngayon na.
Okay, thank you.
Aside from that, Brother Buboy, would you have a close estimate kung magkano lahat ang financial requirements ng technology sector?
Mayroon ako dito bro yung hindi format ng kaparehas ni Brother Orly. Isa-submit ko siya bro na na parehas ang format. Ang difference lang namin is mayroon topics kasi na include ko rito katulad ng pag-purchase ng apps at saka yung server cost. Yun lang madagdag nun. Yung the rest is halos parehas ang format na i-submit ko kay yung naipadala ni Brother Orly.
Very good.
Very good. Okay. Can we now go to information technology, Brother Jomar?
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Regarding doon sa akin, sa part ng Infotech, as mentioned ni Tito Ed kanina, yung analytics. So, part yun ng aming ginagawa. But medyo sa ngayon na time, medyo halted kami nang dahil hinaantay natin yung dalawang part na kailangan munang tapusin, yung delivery at saka yung sa payment natin. At ika-clarify ko pala kung yung sa payment natin kung co-op cash lang ba talaga natin sa ipipay or magkikater tayo ng ibang payment maliban doon sa co-op cash. Tito Ed.
Oh, okay.
So,
kasi ganito, no? It's a matter of timing.
Apo.
Tandaan niyo yung co-op cash to have confidence na tatakbo talaga yan. You are looking at least 6 months. If your program is available before 6 months, I will not use co-op cash.
Sige po.
Okay?
Noted po.
Uh, does everybody agree with me with that? You know why? We cannot afford to make mistakes with co-op cash. The moment we make a mistake, it destroys the entire business model.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I have introduced you to kay Rovic Maranan.
Opo.
It's okay that we will use Rovic Maranan. For the information of everybody, Rovic Maranan, you could see these buyer centers, yung mga 7-Eleven payment transactions. Kasama dyan si Rovic Maranan. And he is willing to change to change the brand for us. He will still use his own program, but he will create another program copying his what he has today and simply call it as Co-op Cash. So sa buong mundo, it's called Co-op Cash. It is seen as Co-op Cash. But we can just change that. We can just shift that in 6 months to 1 year time or integrate Co-op Cash transactions. Why? Okay. The beauty of kay Jovic Maranan, there are at immediately 42,000 locations na pwede tagapin ng Co-op Cash. At in compliance na yan with Central Bank. In other words, that solution is not exclusive to cooperatives. It's also exclusive to non-cooperatives and non-financial institutions. Okay lang sa akin yan. But since they are paying transactions, and I don't think they will not also complain if Co-op Cash will charge transactions, right? But as soon as we have confidence from anywhere from 6 months to 12 months, we have the confidence na pwede nating ilabas na yung Co-op Cash, then we can just simply add on, oh, we are now offering a new service for Co-op Cash. If you transact Co-op Cash with another or within CPAC, the transaction is free. Does everybody agree with me that? Right now, we can implement Co-op Cash, but behind that is not our own. It is provided by a third-party solution provider called CyberOne. CyberOne Solution. CyberOne Solution is a provider of banking and payment solutions. And their application is already accessible from 42,000 locations nationwide. Kita yung mga bayad center, yung mga pasa-load, mga e-load, sayan. These are the same group, right? So if we implement Co-op Cash, we do not want to hear people later on, limitado lang yan. Sabihin natin, kung ano yung meron si GCash or Paymaya dyan, pwede rin kami sumubay dyan. Meron din dyan ng Co-op Cash. Pwede rin dyan ng Co-op Cash. Okay? So at least immediately, we have resolved that issue na mas maganda yung GCash or Paymaya kaysa sa atin. Agree? So, in other words, at saka, the most important part there is, I am confident na hindi tayo pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ginagamit na yan eh. Tumatakbo na yan eh. Have you tried loading or paying your cell phones at 7-Eleven?
Opo.
That is the guy behind that. Well, of course, hindi siya. Yung partner niya, no? Yung partner niya. So, in short, if we will have Co-op Cash can also be there in 7-Elevens immediately. Is that our own? No. It's being provided by that by that provider. And definitely, may bayad yan. Right? Kung ano yung binabayad ngayon nila dyan, everybody will pay the same. And I don't think there will be a complaint. But as soon as we have fully implemented the Co-op Cash in 6 months to 12 months, right? Then we can just say, we are not going to say, we are going to change. No, we have a new offer. If your Co-op Cash transaction is within your members, within your cooperative, the transaction is free. If your transaction is with another cooperative, then your transaction is 1 peso or 2 pesos. Bahala na dyan ang co-op net to determine that pricing later on. Right? Now, if you would like to go to the co-op center, then it's still the same price. In other words, it's just like having our Visa and MasterCard. You are not aware that Visa and MasterCard had changed their programs more than 20 times in the last 10 years. Pero hindi natin napapansin yun. Sa atin, basta gumagamit lang tayo ng Visa, MasterCard. But Visa and MasterCard have kept on changing their technology behind that card. Ganun din tayo sa Co-op Cash. Okay? Is that quite clear, Brother Joe?
Opo, Tito.
But it should not preclude you from pursuing the BRS. Continue with the BRS, di ba?
Opo. May isang question ako, Tito. Since yung kay Sir Rovic Maranan ay, di ba, may accounting side siyempre yung sa atin kasi may multi-level marketing side tayo. So, saan muna natin ipahandle yung accounting side sa atin since ang i-connect lang natin kay Sir Rovic sa naintindihan ko ay yung payment lang alone.
Yes,
so, gagawa tayo ng another accounting side sa atin.
Accounting lang side sa atin. Ang resolve lang dyan yung whether or not mag-push through yung transaction, yun ang kinatatakutan ko.
Opo. Kasi kung mag-connect tayo doon kay Sir Rovic, kasi nung intindihan ko nung last time na nag-meeting kayo kay Sir Rovic, ang sa kanya is payment.
Yes.
Hindi yata niya i-cover yung ating multi-level marketing side, yung accounting nun.
He will not. Atin yun. Although he was offering to develop,
Opo.
He was offering to develop. But if you say that it's okay, we have our own, he's also willing to say that. In fact, sinabi niya yun eh. Sinabi niya na yun.
Opo.
He gave way to you.
So, dito na lang din sa aking developer, gagawin natin yung accounting side noon. Kasi doon sa multi-level marketing, since wala pa si Co-op Cash, kasi kung meron na talaga fully ang functional si Co-op Cash, ang pagkaintindi ko din kay Coreware, sa kanila yung accounting side eh.
Well, kung kaya nilang gawin yun, gawin nila. But the thing is, how soon will that be available? Whether it is your group or the group of Coreware, wala naman diferensya. After all, they are going to be paid.
Apo.
Payments. That's part of the arrangement. Pero kung sa kanila that's part of our arrangement with them. Kayo ba magde-develop o ako? Yun sabihin mo.
Opo, kasi doon sa Co-op Cash ni Coreware Tito,
pero na.
Sabi doon sa Co-op Cash ay sa kanila yung sa kanila yung accounting eh.
Oo, okay.
So kung gagawa kami ng accounting for the meantime ngayon, so kung magamit natin yung Co-op Cash, dalawa na yung accounting side. So
I agree with you. I agree with you. So what you're trying to say, yung develop ni Coreware na accounting, dapat directly involved ka doon. Directly involved.
Yun po yung kinaklaro ko na kung hindi natin gamitin si Co-op Cash for the meantime, which is yung accounting side, nandun kay Co-op Cash, so gagawa tayo ng panibagong accounting side for the meantime since kay Rovic tayo mag-connect sa payments.
So just the same, whether you use Rovic or you use si Coreware, the accounting system will be developed anyway. Right?
Opo.
So, ang recommendation ko dyan is joint development ikaw at saka si Coreware. So that yung nagawa mo, yun din ang gagamitin mo kay Rovic, para kay Rovic.
Sige po, Tito.
Di ba? Okay, para wala nang pagbabago later on.
Opo, kasi madodoble siya kung gagawa tayo for the meantime kasi hindi natin gamitin si Co-op Cash.
You have to be directly involved sa development yan, yung accounting system.
Sige po.
That should be, if I would say candidly or frankly, it should be non-negotiable. In other words, Coreware can say, stay away, babayaan niyo muna kung mag-develop. No. We have to develop it with you. Ang rason, we do not want to be at their mercy sa kanilang timing. Diba? Yun ang main reason doon. Na-obserba naman ni Brother Bobo yan eh. magsiset sila ng meeting and then, oy, meron pala kaming meeting next week na lang. Di ba? I do not like that to happen here.
Okay po.
Right? So that's the reason why we have to commit our own personal resources. So kung sabihin nila na, sige, pwede sabihin, kami na mag-develop pero i-supervise nyo na lang kami. Pwede mo rin sabihin yun, Brad?
Opo.
Okay? And I think that is a better recommendation. Sabi mo, let me develop it pero under your supervision. Appoint one programmer. Right?
Okay po.
Okay? You should remember, ang co-opcast tumatakbo. But the moment you apply this for another scenario, totally different yan. Totally different. Okay? It's not a cut and paste.
Opo, Tito.
It's not a cut and paste. Okay? Sige.
And then, meron akong suggestion. Actually, parang tapos ko na yung mga clarification doon sa aking side. May suggestion ako doon kay Tito Boboy. Yung sabi niya yung training doon sa taxi at delivery. Nakausap ko yung team ko. Papayag naman sila na ganun yung sitwasyon na kung may training yun si delivery, sila, mag-attend sila para pwede na tayo na ang magtuloy kung ano yung mga development na gagawin.
Ideal. Perfect.
Yeah.
Kasi inintay lang naman din nila na kung ano yung papagawa nila sa atin at saka yung commitment naman nila kung meron na tayong tamang fund para maitawid din naman nila yung kanilang pang-araw-araw na buhay. Yan lang po.
Kaya sabi siya, yung fund mo na hiningi mo 1 million ginawa ko na 1.5 million for this Skype eventual. But the way I look at it, it's more than that. It's more than 1.5 million.
Sige po.
Okay.
Copy po. Okay, yun lang po.
We are raising 50 million initially for this.
Sige po. Yan lang po ang aking concern po for this meeting.
Okay. Any questions? Brother Eugene? Say nice. It's your floor, Brother Eugene.
Naka-off yata si Brother Eugene.
Nawala?
Nawala. Sige lang, kasi balikan na lang natin kung may tanong siya. Ang nangyari, Brother Eugene?
Nawala si Brother Eugene. Baka naubusan ng load. Pwede ka ba maubusan ng load dyan?
Brown out.
Oh. That's a better term, brown out.
Actually, kanina ako ay na ilang beses din na nawala. I don't know kung na-notice niyo yun. Siguro mga 3 or 4 na beses ako nawala.
Okay. Anyway.
Again, I will call him.
Sige nga,
Ito na,
please.
tinatawagan ko na.
Ayun.
Okay.
Tinatawag ko na, sister. Nagre-ring. Ba't nawala? Sige, wait ka namin. Okay.
Ano?
Na-drain daw yung battery niya.
Nalobat.
Mag-change daw lang po sandali.
Magpapalit lang daw po saglit.
Hello. Brad Boboy at saka Brad Marjo. Tanong ko lang kung anong mga... Nadidinig niyo ako?
Yeah.
Oo. Itanong ko lang kung anong mga CPAC structure ang kailangan na support ninyo, lalo na sa CPAC mismo, para yung sa inyong mga projects. Anong mga facilities, devices na pwede nyo ilagay doon. Para sa ganun, maisama natin, ma-incorporate dun sa design. Kailangan ba niyo ng isang room na dedicated para dun sa inyong mga equipment, devices, o closet lang ba, o mga ganun ba? Anong eksaktong kailangan nyo?
Ay, hindi na siguro bro kasi ang technology ng bali provider tayo ng apps. Cellphone
Okay.
lang nila tapos nasa cloud lang naman yung apps. So parang Grab, hindi naman necessary na magkaroon ng
So walang special device o console na
Oo.
ilalagay doon?
Wala
po.
Okay, so at least wala nang provision na kailangan doon. Sige, thank you, Brad.
Sige po.
Siguro bro, pwede natin pag-usapan din siguro yung kasi related din doon sa, di ba may mga transmission towers ka para sa electrical power line mo. Meron din kasi tayong project na Wi-Fi, which is ang pagkaintindi ko is fiber optic ang magraran ng fiber optic sa right below doon sa power line para ma-transmit ang signal from one location to hanggang doon sa locations ng community. So aside from that, siguro mga kailangan ng mga transmission, mga tower, yung telecommunication tower, kasi magkaiba rin ng power line at saka telecommunication towers kasi nandoon yung mga radio equipment o kaya yung mga kung anong equipment na pwedeng i-attach doon. Pero maaari na yung location ng mga transmission towers mo halos near din doon sa mga tower ng telecommunication towers. Yun ang isa sa mga pwedeng maano natin.
Well, ang kasagutin kasi gagawa ng master plan yung Canadian supplier, gagawa siya, kompleto yan. Ibibigyan din tayo ng initial copy for us to assess. Doon natin pag-aaralan yung mga requirements natin kung paano natin isasama doon. Kung pwede nang isama ko ngayon. Kung hindi pwede at dapat ganitong design para sa kanong isama, pwede natin suggest later on yun during the design stage, no? Na mag-comment tayo, mag-remarks tayo para sabihin na I suggest that this so and so should, para ganito, no? Para isa na lang na utility pole at saka isang line ang gagamitin para dalawang purpose, power at saka yung fiber optic. So kung yun lang kailangan, it will be at a later stage during the initial design. Okay ba yun, Brad? O
Oh, basta ang relationship lang bro doon sa electrical tower mo, magkakaroon ng additional na magraran doon ng fiber optic line para ma-convey ang data, yung ano, yung anong tawag ba natin diyan? Yung transmission na yon ng data transmission from one location to the community. At saka magkakaroon tayo ng mga special towers na nandoon talaga yung mga radio equipment na para sa telecommunications makasagap ng mga signals nung area na yon. Kasama yan sa mga sa kabuuan ng projects natin.
oo. Di ba, pag may nakita na tayong output,
Brother Ed, ang mayroon lang ako sa ngayon, ang may tutulong ko dito sa telecommunication towers, yung mula sa build, mula sa design, fabricate at saka erection ng mga towers. Pero doon sa mga radio equipment, I hope so na si Brother Markso ang siya yung mag-ano
Markso na
doon.
yan.
Opo.
Markso. Tama yun. Yeah.